Morning, park watchers. Stan back at it this Monday morning, June 10th, 2019. Got a little before 11 o'clock in the morning. We're a little bit later this morning. It's about 64 degrees. And your forecast is it's supposed to be increasing sun and about a high of about 73 today. So this report here is actually a redo of one I did yesterday. So bear with me. I did my welcoming segment in the morning. Beginning the report, and then I have the second segment where I turn the camera around. I got to make another video doing that. And when I previewed the reports I was going to post this morning, turns out that the first one didn't take. So this is a redo, and it was especially frustrating because it was a special dedication as an answer, as a reward, I should say, for two friends of mine, Hector Ruiz and Harold Hudafor, who answered correctly the mystery bird. They came up with I'm making it a double dedication because they came up within a day of each other of giving me the identity of the mystery bird in our pavilion roof. We've been trying to identify for probably a week or so. So hats off to you, Hector and Harold. The coincidental thing about it is I used to work with Hector and Harold, and they were both in the same cubicle outside of my CAD room, and it's just kind of a little amazing that these two friends who worked together would come up with the correct identity of the bird within a day of each other. So again, this report is dedicated to you, Hector, and you, Harold. Keep up the good work. And I hope to have more challenges for my viewers in the future. And I know you're all going to be on top of it with a good example like this from Hector and Harold. All right, well, let's get down with the report. That's the other part. I did do the second part of the report yesterday. That came out okay. Evidently what happened was I must have not hit the record button properly. I don't know what happened because it ended properly. I don't know. It's just, there's these mysteries in life. So anyways, I'm going to continue with my walk around the park here this morning. But if I don't see anything new, I'm just gonna know that it'll be yesterday's report after that. Otherwise, if I do see anything spectacular this morning, I'll just put that in first, and then we'll see what happens. Alrighty, this is kind of where I left it off yesterday, so here we go. Alright, here's our crabapple orchard, or grove I should say. And what I wanted to point out right away, I'm going to come off the path a little bit just to give you these clouds. We got some threatening conditions here. It's been kind of lightening and darkening all day, and I'm trying to keep going as I'm talking here to try to get this report in. As always, we take risks coming out here doing these reports. And a lot of you have expressed your appreciation already, so I'm not going to belabor the point. Here we go. All right, here's a shot, our standard shot from the top of our hill. I'm going to give you a 360 because you probably haven't seen it for a little bit. And our moat or channel or gully off of our upper Clearwater appears to be either dry or have a layer of algae over the top. I can't be sure from here. But we're not going to investigate that today. It's kind of a moot point, or a moat point, I guess. As you know, what we're always after in these reports are unique events or circumstances that bring out particular aspects of the park that may have been hidden for a bit. If we can, we hope to bring astonishing things, but the astonishing things don't happen that often. So we're going to stick with the unique and unusual. All right, we're going to start making our descent down to our spillway. By the way, I haven't made a report for a few days. I've been really busy. So I have been getting exercise, just been home cutting bushes and doing things around the house. So that's why we haven't been here. Beautiful upper Clearwater from trees, and lower Clearwater. A couple ducks. You never know. Over here on this side, the birds, they like it over here. I guess it's just a little break path, and it's out of the way of the walkers. But continuing over to our spillway, surprisingly though, that's the extent of our bird area. Oh, we got a couple right here. I take that back. Here's mama and two babies right here. All right, spillway is flowing. It's wet and flowing. Not much to speak of, but still a flow. Alrighty, now we got our fallen tree section coming up here. As many of you have seen from the last few reports, the last two at least. And we're going to investigate the greening of, we're going to investigate our theory about the bark not being broken and allowing the tree to stay green. So let's look at her now. Our leaves are in a condition of withering. I would not say they look good, but you know, actually looking at the good part of the tree now, I would say that we don't have much of a difference. We really don't have much of it. Now here's a little section that came off. The part that isn't fallen, well, it's still, here I'm putting my hand on it, it's still solid. It's attached to the lower part of the trunk, and the leaves here are pretty much the same as the rest of this tree fallen section. So I would say my theory is holding up. As I showed you before, here's the continuation of the bark underneath the break. All right. I just climbed back up to the path, but I wanted to just elaborate a little more on that bark talking point. As I indicated in one of the reports lately, the bark of the tree covers the most sensitive part of the tree, the life of the tree. The life of the tree is right under the bark. That's where the sap flows to, up and down, I should say, to the leaves and to the roots. So it's an up and down highway right under the bark. So that's why I think what's keeping those leaves green right now. And as I was talking, we've got a blue shirt, black pants jogger that just went by. It's one of these trees that we had by the crabapple grove right here off of our easternmost path. And turning to the left, straight west, here's our east to west shot. Standard shot with a red-winged blackbird right here. And Beautiful, lush green. Even, I would say, more. This is the most lush, I would say, I've seen it. Here's our east to west open shot with nice heights on both lakes. The fountain, the spillway shining, and a little bit of the island over there. I know some of you heard my frustration on about our northeast corner flower site here, sign/flower site, and I'm happy to report today. I don't know exactly what day it happened, but our flowers have been planted. Here's a nice shot. All right, beautiful. All right, back down at our comfortable permanent reporting station. Our dam has flow over both sides, and quite a bit of growth in front of our dam now, and just makes me wonder what's going to happen to the visibility of our dam through the rest of the summer, but we'll take it as we go. We'll see what happens. Got a couple ducks out here that are mom and the family, the aunts and uncles, I guess. All right, beautiful fountain, and always making these great reports. All right, let's continue. In an effort to keep the identity of our park patrons private, our blue-shirted black pants jogger has just transformed into a blue-shirted black pants walker. And token picnic table, doing well. Staircase to our land of sky blue. I'm sorry, I got my sky blues mixed up with my inters. Staircase to our inter Clearwater Locken Flocken. Well, we just went in. We have some people in there, so I was just talking with them to see if they had seen the swallows, the barn swallows. They said they hadn't, but I heard them up there, so they're in the nest. So here's your hill under the pavilion, almost shot. And we're going to continue on. We did not have a sighting of the swallows today. You know, it's interesting also, I should mention, that was my first guess that it was some kind of swallow. If you go back and look at my video, the first video I had about these birds, I remember mentioning swallow. So, just for the record. All right, coming up to the end here. Our three mathematical trees here have ceased blooming also since the last report. Here's our corner, northwest corner reservoir. We do have some new flowers over here where we had the colorful rock garden. So they have taken the color from the rocks. It's gonna do it today, folks. I got a beautiful dinner waiting for me. I gotta get home in about 5 minutes. Have a nice rest of. Alright, here we are in Juneau on our whale hunting boat, and we're hauling, boy. It's got her full throttle. Whitewater. Shot. Love it.